We were talking during the break, and Misha was saying that she has clocks everywhere. She loves decorated clocks, but that she's still never on time. So maybe lots of people are using them as a decorative item. We have Natasha here from WODworks telling you different ways that you could be using clocks in your house.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people, you get a clock, you throw it up on the wall, everybody knows to do that. But today we have a lot of really fun ideas and different ways you can use clocks besides the wall.
Well, I want to start, the first one, I feel like I haven't seen this done, but maybe I just haven't noticed it, using a clock like a shelf. So how do you do that?
Yeah, so we have this clock. This is probably a smaller version of one I'd recommend, but this would even work. Get a clock that has a nice flat surface like this, and you could put little trinkets or small vases, which we carry, and you can put them on the top, and just put little ornamental items on the top and use it like a little decorative shelf, change it out for the seasons.
How fun. I love that that could be on a table, or you could have it up on a wall like we showed in that picture. Hanging things on it. That is so cool. Would you have tips for that be like a certain height of things we're putting on top of it?
Obviously, you don't want them too high because
then they're going to fall over and knock off.
Yeah, and if you are going to hang it on the wall, make sure they're secure or not too tall so they're not falling off and hitting people.
Well, that's so much fun. Okay, we talk about taking ribbon and putting it on a clock.
Yeah.
How do you feel like that really adds to the look?
So it's just a fun way to change up a clock if you're wanting to just give it a different look, maybe more feminine, or maybe for the seasons. We have this one right here on the table that has a ribbon, so you can see you can just change it up. If you want to give a neutral clock a little bit of a splash, you could have a ribbon with texture or with a pattern with it, and that'd be kind of fun.
That is so fun, and I love that you said changing it out for the seasons. Yeah. Well, this season right now, lots of people are heading outside into nature. Let's talk about greenery and adding that to your clock.
Yeah, so we sell a ton of greenery, and you could obviously use some stuff from outside, or we have a ton of fun succulents, which is what I brought today. You just take it and add it, and usually it's really easy to just add it through the loop of the clock, if I could show it.
Oh my gosh, that is so fun.
Yeah, you can just add that and add your greenery with it, and it creates a beautiful tablescape.
Well, we talked about how there's different sizes. Like this is a very thin clock that we have here. Let's talk about what you can do when you have a thin clock.
So a lot of people will take this thin clock, and that would be like the example I was talking about earlier, would put it on the wall. But if you want to add something ornamental or change the height, you can add a stand. And we have a ton of different stands. So here on the table, you can see some here. This one in particular is really ornamental, and you can see that would add a lot of variety to the clock if it was behind it.
Well, what I love is this is an inexpensive way to really switch up style. If you're wanting to redecorate things, you can get just various sizes and various different styles of these.
Yeah, so don't feel limited with these thin clocks. You can add a stand, they can just sit on your table, or you can put them back on the wall if you want and add some greenery.
Awesome. Okay, talking about adding things onto stands, let's talk about putting them all the way up on a pedestal.
Yeah, so I like the pedestals because sometimes, well, a lot of times when you're making a visual presentation of your decor, you know, whether it's your entry table, whatever it is, you want to have different elevations. It's more appeasing to the eye. And so it's nice. We have these fun, almost like candlesticks or pedestals, and you can get these at our store too, and it will create that fun elevation wherever you're putting your clocks.
Oh, that
or you can do frames and clocks. You can make a potted plant and clocks. Just have fun.
Adding the layers and something that I've never thought of doing before that you said is use it as bookends.
Yeah, actually, I loved that idea, and so I really also love the idea of doing colorful clocks with it. But either way, you know, match your colors and match the books. Kind of, if you have really neutral books, then go for neutral clocks or do pops of color for the clocks. However you like your decorating style. But yeah, use them as bookends.
Well, I think it's so fun when we're looking at this table and seeing so many clocks. And an idea you also had was a collage of clocks.
Yeah. So this one I super love. You put them on your wall, you use different colors, different sizes, different shapes, and just play around with it. Obviously, you'll probably want to play around with it on the floor first before putting it up on your wall, so you don't
like a little practice station.
Yeah, little practice. Put it on the floor first. A little decor tip before you put stuff on your wall. Put it on your floor, and you can kind of see how it's going to lay out, and then you can put it up onto your wall.
Well, and I love that people at home could come into WODworks and say, "Okay, I've got a space this big. How many clocks? How many different sizes do you think I should get?" And you guys can help them out.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's something we do. Is we love to give decor advice. So come into any of our stores, and you can just go up to any me, any of our employees, and they will help you get your space decorated.
This is seriously so much fun. Okay, be sure to check out Rodworks. You can find them on their website, also on Facebook and Instagram. And then there's all sorts of fun ideas that you can find on there.
That's right. We're sharing tips all the time.
Oh, thank you so much, Natasha, for being here. When we come
Thanks for
back, we're
having
going to
us.
be talking about a woman who decided to take more risks in her life.